Hey, this is Haplin, and in this module, I'm going to show you how to tag on a review request onto your sales automation. So first of all, just some clarification. In the previous module, I showed you how to add an opportunity update and a tag for the sake of the more complicated wait step for following up with the folks who don't purchase after they've opted in to receive the promotion. We also have a workflow for new purchase review requests, which is the one we're going to be focusing on in this module. And you'll notice if you click into this workflow, that we have a trigger that is the same as the last one. I'm going to keep these separate for now just because you may want to draft the review request if you're not going to do any reputation or whatever. But if you're going to be using all these features, if you want to update the opportunity, add a tag, do a review request, do an additional email confirmation, all the stuff, there's no reason why you couldn't consolidate these into the same workflow. Have one workflow with this same trigger that does all of the actions. Again, for the sake of the playbook, I'm not going to do that, but it may be more reasonable just for your own internal organization. Okay, so that said, it's the same trigger. They purchase, the order source is store, and we jump straight into the actions. First of all, it sends them an additional confirmation. Anytime someone checks out, they should receive a transactional receipt-like email that has their orders and the price and all that stuff. But I just added an additional template here called new purchase email, just thanking them. It adds a little bit of a personal note, so we can just take a look at that really quick. If we go to marketing, then emails, then templates, we'll see here we have our new purchase email. This is really straightforward, just sends a little personal note saying thank you. You can customize this or you can get rid of it if it's not useful to you. But anyways, when somebody purchases and this workflow fires, they're going to get that email. But then we get into the real meat of what this module is about, which is reputation. We have this wonderful workflow action called send review request, which is very simply going to allow us to just choose email, SMS, or WhatsApp. As you can see, one of these is email, and then I think it waits for 0.3 minutes, so that's 18 seconds, 3/10 of a minute, and then it sends via SMS. So now every time somebody purchases something in the Swag store, we send them a request to give us a review on Google or Facebook. Now, of course, we'll need to get a couple things set up to really get the most out of this infrastructure here. So if we go into reputation, we can click settings, and then down here on integrations is where we can actually connect a platform for us to start getting reviews. By far and away, the most common and ubiquitous platform is going to be a Google Business Profile. That's what the majority of people watching this video are going to want to do, but you can integrate any of these platforms to continue to bolster your reputation online. So for example, I just go to Google Business Profile, then click Settings, sign in with Google. It's going to have me just sign in. It's just a couple basic steps. You want to make sure you sign in to the profile that is connected to a Google Business Profile that you want to be represented. If you need help or if you get stuck trying to integrate your reviews platform, click the link beneath this video. It will take you to a wonderful help doc article from our knowledge base that will walk you through all the steps you need to take. That said, once you have your reviews platform integrated, you'll want to click a review link to just make sure that you've designated the correct platform. If you have multiples, then you'll choose between which one you want to be promoting at the given time. You can also turn on balancing to make requests shoot out one for one platform and the next for another platform, and so on, and kind of round robin the requests so that you're getting reviews on multiple platforms at once. However, again, most of you watching this video, you'll just want to go with Google and move on. But once that is set up, we'll head over to SMS review requests. Here's where we can dial in the actual verbiage of the SMS as well as email review requests, how that email actually looks when it sends out. This can be a really big win for the right client because think about it, the folks who tend to go shop on a swag store and buy branded swag from a local business, they are the true fans, the inner circle, the cult followers, right? They are very likely to also give you a positive review on Google. And the content of the review doesn't have to be for the swag itself. They don't have to leave a product review of the swag, and they don't necessarily even have to receive their order before they give it. For example, if a local brewery sells shirts, the person buying the shirt is probably first and foremost a fan of the beer. And so you can orient the review requests to just be about the business in general. What is the actual brand, the product of the business? In the brewery example, have them review the atmosphere, right? You want them to leave a review of the brewery itself. The swag store is just a mechanism for generating more requests and more reviews from the most loyal customers. So I'm not going to go too much more in depth here. This module is just really scraping the surface of reputation inside of High Level. We have a whole reputation management platform with a suite of features involving AI and all kinds of really nifty stuff to just make sure that your client, your local business stands out on Google, that the engagement is high, that you're ranking better, that reviews get responded to, and that 5-star reviews are pouring in constantly. In fact, we have an entire separate playbook called the Reputation Management Playbook that focuses on all of those features. So I do recommend that you go check that out as well. But this is just a really easy way to get a little bit out of the reputation side. You already have High Level. It's totally passive once it's set up. Why not tag on just a little review request at the end of a purchase? And the best part is, once you set it up once, it's totally passive. The workflow will just be automating those requests for you every time you get a new purchase. So now you have everything that you need to make sure every new purchase gets a new review request. You can go ahead and move on.